Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to yet another unboxing video. And today we're unboxing the Monsters collaboration with Ma.K. But before we proceed, please don't forget to click like, subscribe and leave a comment, and let's jump right into the video. Even though I recently unboxed my first ever Monsters figurine sets, which is the exclusive of the Louvre Museum, this set is actually the first one I purchased. I purchased it, I think, in December or November of last year, and sort of as a Christmas gift for myself, and I never got around to open it. And this set is quite old. It was released basically 3 years ago in April of 2023. And it's a collaboration of the Monsters with Kow Yokoyama, who is a Japanese artist and creator of Maschinen Krieger. So basically, when I was looking through different Labubu or the Monster set, this one caught my eye because, first of all, I love Overwatch, the game, and my favorite character there, well, one of my favorites is Diva, who is in a Mecha. So for me, it obviously reminded that, but also I love sci-fi, and I liked how sort of uncutesy or uncamping, fishing, pirating, whatever theme it is. For me, the cutie monsters and I guess sci-fi monsters or fantasy world monsters is sort of what I'm mostly into. And this set is so interesting. First of all, it's gigantic. There are 12 figures in here, and there is a possibility of secret, which is 1:72 ratio. The box design, I would say, is a little bit weird, right? It's not very modern. That's not kind of boxes they would do now for this set. If I think that they redesign the packaging and they create sort of a universe and they put all the characters there, I think the set would be a little bit more eye-catchy than it is currently. But I do like this design as well. It has its own sort of lane, like it's different from everything, and I appreciate it for it. And as always, we will start with row number 1 from box 1, then move on to row 2 to box 1, and then row 3. So we're gonna go basically in order, and that's how I always open the sets. The box design is basically the same as the set design, but I cannot choose my favorite like this. I definitely know that I want the pink one and potentially the purple one. I'm very curious to see all of them. Oh, I got the Snowman one. Here's the card of Snowman. Oh, oh, wow. Wow, this is so epic. I love this one so much. It's completely different from what I imagined. And on it says Monster 100%, Kasing the monsters, we are the monsters, we love monsters. And I love the sort of aged look it has, and it opens as well, and there's a Labubu sitting inside of it. One of the arms also rotates, like, wow, and in the back the details are so cool. I don't know about everybody, but for me this is like a big yes. I'm so happy. I just don't know how I would like to keep it, like with Labubu outside or inside. As always, please just know I'm trying my best to shoot as many details as possible in the close-ups, and it's not always working, and I'm not always able to express my excitement for what I see in front of me through the camera. It's just great, and Labubu inside is great, and this feeling like it must be some sort of leather, even though it's plastic. The materials are so nice, like I definitely feel like I'm holding something very special and something that has been done with a lot of attention to the details. Saying that though, let's move on to box number 2, which actually feels super full, so I'm super excited for it. Because, okay, sorry, I need to get into it before I start. So there are 6 groups here, and in each group there are 2 figurines. I'm actually not really sure what it means, but maybe it's like their group's name, for example, or their division. Oh my gosh! And here's the card of Horizon. Don't judge me because it's bended. I'll work on it. This one is so gorgeous. I love that the both hands are moving. I love that you can take the glass off and like look at Labubu better. I wish there was some like Easter eggs or something fun inside the cabin itself. Maybe hidden somewhere, like a little Easter egg, you know? Like this could be interesting for both IP in my opinion. Maybe it is done in some other figure, I don't know. But it just makes sense because the space inside, even though it's nice, but it's missing like a little catch in there. I love all the textures. I love the aged gold paint they did on the golden parts here. Looks very nice. This sort of metallic thing or super reflective bit in the back, like what? I'm just lost for words. I'm so happy to have this. Box number 3 next. It feels full, but not as full as the other one. And here's the card of Storm. This is the most interesting one so far, which is hard to say because I liked all of them so far, but this one is just so interesting and detailed. I love how it opens, and I'm also extremely excited because I will have two of this shape, so the other one will be just a different colorway, I believe. And I love again all the like aged materials they used and the colors. And Labubu inside, it looks like he's reading a book, which is very funny. And those things on top, you can literally rotate them how you want. I cannot choose the favorite so far. There's so much work and attention to detail has been put into everything that it's very hard so far. This one feels very similar to the previous one. Oh, this is completely different from everything and it's green. Are you serious? Here's the card of Bryophytes. So this one is from the prototype group, and I must say this is one of my favorites, even though it does have a little bit of aged look to it, but this looks like as if it's new. And easily this is my favorite one so far. I mean, it's green, so it had an easy road for it to become a favorite. But I also like the material and the gradient from sort of dark gray into green shades, and Labubu inside is amazing with like different eyes with the swirls in them. And I love that they're pink accents, purpley pink accents. Very, very cool design. Is not possible whatsoever. You just open and close it. And yeah, from the first row, this is definitely my favorite. And I cannot believe it's been 1 hour since I started filming and I only opened 4. But I'm taking my time because I'm too hyped. And next up, box number 5, also known as box number 1 in the row 2. Wait, that's the purple one that I wanted! And here's the card of Amethyst. It is a very strong favorite of mine, but sort of on the same lane as this one is. Like, I like them together. About this one, first of all, it has Coco drawing on the side of it. The arms move here. It is purple, first of all, so I love. It is aged. And the Labubu inside is sleeping in a sleeping head, like in pajama sleeping head. And Labubu is white, like Coca-Cola figures, which I don't have, but I'm guessing since I've seen the images. Box number 6 next. Oh, it's orange. And this one is called Dusk. Oh my gosh, it's exactly the same as the purple one that I just unboxed. I mean, everybody knows that orange looks amazing with purple, so this is like a good pairing in my head at least. But I don't understand why it's exactly the same. Like, I understand the same shape, but also the paint. Because I thought since they have the same shape, it could be potentially an opportunity to give them very different sort of paints. But maybe I'm wrong and they're supposed to look like they are from one division, just different colors, so it makes sense. But then another question is, the inside Labubu is also white, like the one in the purple, but this one is awake, so maybe one is on the watch, another one is sleeping, and they like the same white Labubu group. I don't know, I'm just guessing obviously, but yeah, what do you think? Box number 7 feels very heavy versus the other one. Maybe sort of like the first or the second one heavy. Like the first one. And this one is Darksteel. This is what I meant about the previous ones, because the previous ones are basically the same, but here you can clearly see the difference because one is a snowman and also not as aged as the other ones, for example. And I like how serious this one is. It's really cool. And this is the cover girl, as I said, like it's on the cover of the set box and of the blind box itself. And the Labubu inside is wearing like this super modern eye thingy. Other than that, the hand rotates here. And I really like this shape a lot. It's really fun that you could just like, it's like a teapot, you know, you can teapot. Seriously, that's my connection. But it's true. Ooh, box number 8. This one actually feels as heavy as the second and third. So let's see. Whoa. It's like the second one. Oh my gosh. I was almost right. I mean, I did say second as one of the options, and this is Sun Rising. Okay, so in my comments for this one, I'm not gonna go the orange route because I actually like the mix of orange with this sort of oatmeal shade of beige, and I really like how they position the colors. It's actually different from the other figure. Other figure had this like stripes everywhere. The only confusing part for me is both of them have number 5. Like, wouldn't one be like number 4, number 6, another one is number 5? Would make more sense to me. Also, the Labubu colors in those two are different. This one has a brown Labubu inside and is eating chocolate. I like the red accents here a lot, like the red button and also here on the handle. Looks really, really cool. And this one has this reflective piece, you know, so I like that. I like the shape a lot. I like many of them. I don't know how I'm gonna be choosing. But actually we're at the end of the row 2, so I do have to choose. I have to go with the purple one for row 2. So these are my top 2 for now. Even though I'm saying it, I also really like those 2 from row 1. Alright, let's move on to the last row, row number 3. And we're starting with box number 9 already. Oh my gosh. Oh! The pink one. And this one is called Flamingo. I really like this. The Labubu inside is pink with a sleeping mask. Really like that. I mean, the pink shade is very cute. It's very sort of bubblegum pink. In my opinion, they shouldn't have made it dirty. They should have kept it pristine looking. And I like that they are different. Like, they are the same shape, but they painted completely different in different finishes as well and have different numbers on them. But again, I do not know the storyline. Maybe these two that had the same number are sort of making sense, but actually these ones have number 5, so does the pink one. So what does that mean? I realized that we're completely missing the Labubu shaped ones. Let's see, maybe it's in this one. And this one is box number 10, by the way. That's the Labubu one. And this is Sandwave with Taikoko inside of it. This is so cool. I absolutely love the coloring on this. It's the same, almost the same shape as the Snowman and the cover one. And inside is no longer Labubu and we have Taikoko. And this is an interesting choice, right? Basically, in my head, Taikoko is part of Labubu's universe and this is Labubu's collab with Ma.K. Therefore, it makes sense that inside the Labubu we have other characters. I like the coloring a lot here, because this time it's dirty and obviously from sand. Actually, it does give very desert vibes. Now I'm even more excited to check out the second one from this group. And yeah, let's open box number 11. Oh, I didn't expect it to be this bright, not gonna lie. And here's the card of Flame. Very cool one, honestly. I like the color combination. I feel like this group is like perfectly inspired by like sports cars and motorbikes or whatever, you know. I'm not a professional in that field. Maybe like racing cars. And I love that they have completely different paints one from another. It really makes them look different in a way, even though they're the same shape. They even have different symbols in the back. And honestly, this is one of the stronger eye-catching ones in this precise set, I must say. And the Labubu inside of it is having a drink and wearing goggles. Cute. Let's move on to the last box. So based on my calculations here, this one should be Corrosion or The Secret. And it looks sort of empty, and I mean, I'm very hopeful that I'll pull a secret or a special card, but it's not happening to me, okay? And based on the drawing here, I'm also very curious what kind of paint is made of. It might be my favorite inside. Oh, I thought the color would be so special, but it's not. I thought it was like pearlescent, glittery something, shiny sort of material like this one. Here's the card of Corrosion with Taikoko inside of it. I'm very sad that this is the last one that I pulled here because I was very excited because it looked sort of like burgundy purpley on the illustration on the box, but it's not that at all. But it doesn't mean that it's bad, it's just versus my own expectations that I put on this figure. I overall really like that they did the Labubu shaped mecha. It's very curious. Of of course they put Teikoko because Teikoko is Labubu's boyfriend inside, so it makes sense. But again, I wish there was some sort of story, maybe like a picture of Labubu there inside, like the Mecha, you know? Yeah, I guess I didn't mention, but I really like that on the knees here there are some sort of scratches here, while it's not on the other ones. And yeah, looking across the table, I do have 5 strong favorites out of 12. So this one, of course, with the number 10 in purple, and it's sort of like shiny and new. I absolutely love it with the green Labubu inside. Like the pink one a lot, which is the same shape. Like the purple one outside, not crazy about sleeping Labubu inside, but really like the colors and everything of the mecha suit itself, you know? And this is one of the most impressive mechas overall. I like the metallic in the back and that like arms both rotate and the way it opens inside, very cool with the blue Labubu there, very nice. And I mean, I really like the Snowman. This is so unexpected. I wish the Labubu inside was different, was like maybe a white Labubu that we had in the inside other ones, because it's like super unserious outside, but then you open and it's so serious inside with all this like brown leather thing. But maybe that's the idea, so it's fine. So please tell me in the comments if you've ever seen this set before, if it's sold in your POP Mart. Maybe you already have some of it since it is an older set, and I'm sort of in this mood of opening older sets lately. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to click like, subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you and bye!